So when it was permitted for the then First Lady to use minors and their relationships with their families as well as their schooling aboard DoD funded facilities to create hedging, not only for their own personal political career, but in what now appears to be a 30-year process of orchestrating strategically coordinated cases before the Supreme Court of the United States, was I primarily focused on A, Indian housing that was supposed to provide a basis of waivers of taxation connected to Indian school children that were eligible for financing public teachers' pension systems? Or did it have to do with determining whether independent contractors were employees for the purposes of protections regarding wage labor laws? Or did it have to do with the Drug Supply Chain Act? See, I almost failed 1 year of school, not because I had bad grades, but because I had been absent from school for so many days because I was required to transport my mother to get her medical treatment, which also meant to get her medication. And I drove a car. And in the course of that, at one point in time, there was a car accident. And I spent the next 15 years hearing someone say, well, you never paid for that car you wrecked. See, I had purchased my own car, but my father used the car I purchased to go to work with that car and wanted me to drive my mother in her car. That was the car that got wrecked that I never paid for. And my father took the car I paid for that I bought used from him. And that's been going on the entire fucking time. You just swap out who gets to be my daddy in the fucking database. Now, I don't really think you gave a shit about workers' rights. Because you never got to ownership of the means of production. And I honestly don't even think you gave a shit about Indian children. I think this is about the Drug Supply Chain Act. I think this is about you lying and trying to cover your asses for intentionally orchestrating the normalization of the narco economy and making pretty much everything else have to subordinate itself as a legitimate front for people who have every intention of committing us to a criminal conspiracy. And the ultimate example is what happened last November. What happened last October and November? At the Supreme fucking Court. What happened? What happened? At the Supreme fucking Court while they were also doing what? Again, at the Federal fucking Reserve. You had no right to take me and co-conspire with drug dealers for 30 fucking years to make me your non-legal tender convertible virtual currency and then punish me because I won't be Jewish long enough to get the deposit and then convert it overnight when you murder me.